Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again for more of our Origins Bonanza Explosion Boat coverage here with my good friend Adam.
Hey.
We're playing all the games, telling you all about them. Super duper tired. But right now, Adam's more excited than me because he really liked this game. We're about to be talking about the upcoming Tasty Mitchell Games Gen Con release, Dawn of Mankind. Yes, they do sponsor the channel, but I'm no monkey. No man controls me. Or woman. Except for my wife. She does. 2 to 5 players, 45 to 60 minutes, ages 14 plus. We played a 3-player game of this. This is a light civilization game. They call it a family building game, which I thought was really stupid. And then the more I thought about the themes and the mechanism, I thought that's actually a really good representation of what it is. But how this works is there's going to be this big board out in front of you with a whole bunch of these tiles. And on these tiles are going to be different actions that when you go to the spot, you can take. Those actions are going to give you either fish, apples, pelts, or tools. And you're going to be able to use those to do a variety of different things. You're going to be gaining victory points. All the victory points are secret. And had a really interesting way that you're moving where there was like this track and you'd go to a spot and you could move to either this spot or that spot up here. There was 4 special scoring conditions, and those are going to be different from game to game to game that you could score once you got towards the end of your life. And the theme actually worked pretty well at helping explain the game, where you start off as a baby, and then you're going to be moving to being a young adult, and then an adult, and then you go to be an elder, and you paint wall paintings, and then die. And it worked pretty well in that aspect as well. There's also these special ability cards that you could purchase, but those were very limited. We played a 3-player game, and there's only 2 of each of those, and you people snatched them up. But those were very powerful, but you did have to go to certain spots to do that. But by doing that, you would have to sacrifice, maybe not getting out people faster, or getting this, or getting that. Anything else you can think about that really needs to be told? There's also this.
You're collecting resources to use them to get victory points.
Yeah.
Essentially.
The other interesting thing is you have a lot of people on the board on different spots. And when you go to a spot to trigger the action, you go along the cool track to trigger the action. Your guy is stuck there until someone else, not you, not another one of your people, bumps them off. So you can kind of jam people a little bit by just saying, "Oh, I'm just going to leave you there." Now that being said, you can use your entire turn, spend some food, spend some fish, or potentially lose some victory points to do what's called I don't know what it's called.
Reset.
Yeah, reset your family, and that would bump all your people off those action spaces to the next spot.
And possibly give you another character on the board.
Yes. And so that was cool. There were spots where you go on a different path and you could make babies, and that was actually kind of cool because it worked thematically. Like if you were doing something cool and awesome, like people do babies, but if you're studying like a nerd, you don't get to make babies. The tiles were all double-sided, so you're going to be getting a little bit different each time, which I liked, especially the tiles at the end. So what did you think about the game?
I really enjoyed this game. I thought it was so much fun. I don't know how you were doing your moves so quickly, because there was a lot to take in and a lot to think about, planning out your actions in the future, where you think other people are going to go. Yeah, I mean, I won, so
okay.
I guess
there was a 7-point
thinking,
difference between everybody. There was we were in the 70s. It wasn't a huge victory.
Yeah, I liked this game a lot. I think that I would buy this game.
I like the game as well. I did. I like the variability. I like the fact that there's going to be different special ability cards up there. And what I also really liked about the special ability cards is they weren't just like, there was a couple that's like, oh, you get extra when you do this or extra. But there were some that were really interesting, give you some cool choices. Like I had one that was letting me just move all around the board. I was jumping from here, jumping from there. I got another one that would let me like not use the ability that I was on, but use the ability that I came from. And I was like syncing up those 2 special abilities to like go. I could pretty much go where I wanted, when I wanted, which was nice. I like the fact that it was, you were getting different people on the board, and you were waiting for people to push you. And pushing people off was a big choice because that really helped them out, but at the same time, it's like, oh, but I need to do this. How long do I wait to do different things?
Well, the interesting thing, those special abilities, like, those are randomly chosen from, what, like 12 decks?
I think it was 10. So you're going to be using, I think, 4?
So, yeah,
5?
4. And
no, it's 5. It's 5, I think.
Was it 5?
Yeah, I think it's 5.
But, yeah, I mean, you change that up, and then you're not moving all around the board. I don't get extra stuff when I go to certain spaces.
So each of these games that you play, I think, is going to
totally
be different.
And the spaces on the board are going to be different. So as we've lately been talking about what's going to bring you back, well, it's going to be a different game each time. I mean, that's massive amount of change.
I also thought it clicked pretty fast, and I do want to say, he's not exaggerating. My turns on average probably lasted about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, I knew exactly what I was going to do, and I didn't feel like most of what you guys were going to do was really good.
I would say mine were 45 seconds to 2 minutes.
Yes. So there was downtime in between turns, and I think this goes up to 5 players, so that is one thing we did not take into consideration.
Ooh,
there could be some downtime between turns, especially if you're playing at the 5-player. But that being said, I hope... I don't know if you guys were just overthinking or if I was underthinking, or what it could possibly be is I had a very set strategy, which is that I saw that they had these really good action cards, and I knew that I had to end the game fast, because once you get to a certain score, which in our case was 60 points, the end game triggers scenarios and score, and I knew that my best way to win was to just pump those points as fast as I can and hope to keep your engine just as bay that you guys long enough, which did not work. It was close to working though. And so my whole strategy resolved around essentially going to a couple different spaces, having a huge family on the board, getting apples, and then turning those apples into victory points.
And what I was doing was I essentially needed every commodity that there was available. And so I had to keep going to different areas because sometimes my guy would be on there, so I would be stuck. So I would be like, have to figure out a different way to get those resources. So yeah, I see like you were going to the same places, and you were able to move around in order to get to
which
those
let
places.
me go there, yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't have that luxury.
It also helped a lot that I cheated.
Oh yeah, you
I
got
cheated
extra
either 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Before I realized that I had been cheating.
Yeah.
So that helped a lot too. So the score should have been substantially. I should have had substantially less points.
Lost by a lot.
More. So maybe I just wasn't putting enough thought into it.
Yeah.
Or maybe you guys just were putting too much.
I think we're just more skilled than you are.
The other cool thing that I liked about this game that I actually really enjoyed at the beginning, that I think would make a bigger detail, be a bigger detail now that we've played it, is I really like the fact that there was this. It's not drafting, but essentially we took turns either taking beginning taking beginning resources, or putting your people onto the board, and so you could kind of cater like what your first few moves were going to be. And I think now that we've played this again, I think that would make a bigger, interesting choice.
Bigger idea.
And the last thing I want to talk about, because I do like this game. You liked it more than me. I thought it was good. I think you were in the great range.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Was the fact that I really liked how thematically all the different locations made sense. Like, I always love when I play a game and it's like, oh, that makes sense that this, this is this and this is that. And I feel like they did a good job wrapping the theme around this game. I'm not saying it leaks theme, it doesn't ooze theme, but the theme comes across well, and I think it helps learn the game as well. Also you have this big player aid card, which I thought was really useful as well, even though there is some information on the back, which and you can't really flip over the card. Yeah. But I feel like
are there extras of those? Because
those 5.
Oh, so in a 5-player game,
but it was mostly just iconography, and the iconography is super simple in this game. But yeah, either way, Dawn of Mankind, we both liked it. He liked it more than I. I still liked it quite a good deal.
I also liked that it's in the medium-sized box. My shelf space is a precious thing. More games fit on my shelf when they're smaller and packed in the proper size box.
Cool.
Take that, Lance.
Cool story, bro. Also, the artwork is great on the box. The artwork on the game is pretty much non-existent. Did you see any artwork in the game at all? I mean, there was some on some of the cards, but for the most part, the artwork in the box does not match the artwork in the game.
I suppose so, yeah.
Which, yeah. I don't think it's going to be a big deal to anybody, but it's just
I felt like it looked really good, though. I guess I didn't, look at it as an art piece, but it looked good.
Yeah, maybe we just take too long in turns thinking about stuff. Either way, that was Dawn of Mankind. Tasty Mitchell Games upcoming release. We both enjoyed it, and the guy we played it with, who works for the company, enjoyed it as well. So, but let me know in the comments below. Yeah. Oh no. If you're enjoying what we're doing, please click on the subscribe button down below. If you want to support the channel, click on the Amazon Associates link down below. Throw us a couple pennies our way. It really does help support the channel. And in the comments below, let me know: would you rather have a pet goat or a talking? No, that's an easy one. Or a goldfish that will never die.
The goat for sure.
Yeah.
Whatever you were going to say before was probably better than that.
The comments below. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.